If your ads aren't converting, you're probably overlooking one of these 5 proven angles, which by the way aren't just quick tricks. These are psychological levers that have worked across 200 plus D2C brands, helping our clients move over 100 million in product sales. And in this video, I'll break them down and show you exactly how you can use each of these ad angles to get you more conversions and scale up your brand. And I actually prepared a valuable resource for you that will help your ads scale. So check it out below. So we'll start with the workhorse, the outcome-driven angle. And what I see many brands do is waste way too much airtime and consequently money talking about features like our lotion is infused with hyaluronic acid, or we use titanium dioxide coated tablets. Did I even say it right? But I bet you as a shopper don't actually care how many botanicals are in your formula or the color of your gummy vitamins. You probably really care about what the product does for you, right? Because you want transformation. A clear and exciting outcome that solves your problem. Take a sleep aid, for instance. So instead of saying, packed with magnesium and ashwagandha, which just reads like a recipe, you can just say, fall asleep in just 8 minutes, even on your most stressed nights. And we'll get those, right? See how this is a more specific and real benefit? You want to paint a picture of exactly how your customer's night can go should they use your product. So you may ask, and why do you think this works? Well, because humans make decisions based on future benefits, not features under the hood. It's like, I know my Porsche has an 8-cylinder engine, but what I really care about is a thrilling drive on that Friday night with my wife. Seeing her smiling and excited means everything to me. So what you want to do here is to swap generic outcomes for something very specific. For example, deep sleep support becomes finally slept through the night without taking melatonin. Next, give them context. Tie your outcome to a relatable situation like fall asleep in 8 minutes after that 3 a.m. work panic. Make that context match your customer's real life situation. Make them relive that moment and feel it. Or you could also balance your promise with confidence. Make it specific, then back it up. Something like, sleep in 8 minutes or we'll refund you. But if you feel like this content helps you solve your problem, hit the like button and subscribe. And that takes us to number 2, the regret angle. You'll find this angle powerful because it taps into something every one of our shoppers feels, which is that little voice that says, should I really buy this? What if it's a waste of my money? That's buyer hesitation. So regret angle will help you flip that hesitation into trust. When you hear someone saying, I almost returned it, or I regret buying it, but not for the reason you think, it instantly grabs your attention. Why? Because there's tension. It sounds negative, but it hints at a surprise twist. That curiosity pulls people in, and when it resolves with a positive outcome, it builds massive belief in your product. But keep this in mind, this only works when it feels real. And as you probably know, nothing feels more real than user-generated content, told in first person, not scripted, not polished, just raw, honest moments.
But this book gives you a step-by-step guide on how to do it. Specifically, insects for food.
And you might have heard phrases like, I didn't expect it to work, but ... or honestly, I thought it was another gimmick until ... These are the types of statements that reflect how your actual customers talk and think. But here's what most D2C brands miss. This angle isn't just about storytelling, it's about handling objections before they stop the sale. If someone's on the fence, you can push them over in the right direction with a relatable regret hook. Because if your target audience sees someone else having doubts too, but ended up loving your product, they're more likely to try it themselves. Which takes us to number 3, the one of me POV. And this angle works because it doesn't talk at people, it talks to them. Hey dude, stop! Not a good afternoon, sir. because that would be weird. Anyway, your customer needs to see and hear someone and instantly think, oh, yeah, that's me.
I'm a sandwich.
So if you sell skincare products, instead of saying, here's our amazing cleanser, try, as a mom with 3 kids under 10, I don't have time for a 6-step skincare routine. Or I'm 44 and this is what actually made my skin glow again. When your messaging comes from someone living the same lifestyle, it creates an emotional shortcut to trust. Choose creators who embody your customer's life. Work with people who reflect your audience's age, gender, values, daily routine, even their tone of voice.
I get so tired of shallow information. I wanted real substance.
And if you're targeting several buyer personas with that same product, build a roster of creators for these different audience segments. If you serve moms, professionals, gym rats, or people with sensitive skin, create versions of your ad for each. Which brings us to the enemy angle, and this one taps into something deep. Our natural curiosity and our desire to know the truth. And people love uncovering hidden problems. It makes them feel smart. It makes them feel in control. And as a D2C brand, you can use this angle to position yourself as the brand that tells it like it is.
Something that's always bothered me about giving a book as a gift was the packaging.
This is about the frustrations your customers already feeling, but maybe can't fully articulate. Maybe they've tried 5 different collagen powders and still don't see results. So when you say the dirty secret about collagen powders or why expensive skincare rarely works on sensitive skin, they listen. Why? Because you're calling out the same pain they've experienced. You're not just selling yet. You're merely saying, we've been there too. We get you. When using this angle, be aware. Don't be controversial, be honest. You're exposing a flaw in the current system, but you're doing it with clarity, not drama.
I needed a book that fed my mind, not put it to sleep.
You're pointing to a problem your customer already suspects is true and confirming it with evidence. That's how you build trust. The social proof you'd want to use for this angle is screenshots, statistics, ingredient lists, side-by-side comparisons. Make sure you're actually showing the proof, not just talking about it. And finally, the objection killer. And this one's your closer. Okay, let's be real for a moment. Every customer has doubts. Even if they love your product idea, even if the price looks fair, even if your site has this gorgeous design, their brain is still whispering, yeah, but what if?
See what's inside. Learn for yourself.
And if you don't kill that objection right there in the ad, you're going to lose the sale even before they hit the checkout, because chances are they won't even get that far. So your job is to remove friction. Make the buying decision feel so easy, so obvious that your customer can't help but say yes. So how do you do that? Simple, clear, friction-free language. Think no subscription required, or try it risk-free for 30 days. You're preempting the hesitation and solving the problem before they even have to ask you. And here's where it gets strategic. Go mining for those 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star reviews on Amazon, your site, and for comments on platforms on which you advertise. All that feedback is your gold mine. Now take those objections and build your ad copy around them. If your customers hate taste, say surprisingly good flavor, 0 aftertaste. If setup is confusing, say ready to use right out of the box. No setup, no mess. When making these statements, however, make sure the taste of your product is actually good. Or if your product needs to be assembled, that it is indeed easy to put it together. In the past 7 years, I've produced more than 1,000 ads, from UGC clips to TV spots, and have learned one hard truth. Sometimes the product itself, not the creative, is what actually not working. So let's make this a bonus tip. Make sure your product is actually good, because if it's not, then there's no video or offer that would help you grow your business, because the last thing you want is to get swamped with returns. So now you know which ad angles may help you blow up your sales, and if you need an easy framework for writing winning direct response ad scripts, check out this video next. It will help you crank out those ad copies fast.